I'm just sharing an experience that I had because of the numbers. When the number is up, remember as children, hey, when your number is up, that depends on what numbers you're running. Right? When you're always at zero, you're always at zero. And how that relates to digital 10 code, the zeros and the ones, the flashing light sequences. I know. And how that relates to rebuild, recover, restoration, salvage mission soul contracts, to experience being one, equal unto all the other ones that are all at zero, which is equal unto all the access points, the equal access points, the equal sign, the first signet, the first sign of life, the first breath of Cameloity. Yep, the eternal spirit of fire, always on fire, always on duty, the first battery, the first eternal battery, the first battery breather, the first cell breather, the Tauran light seed breather, the silver and gold mated one. So I was reminding myself of an experience that I had during a time when I was chasing the spirit of fire, and a friend of mine wanted to go to Las Vegas, and I had never been to Las Vegas in my life, and I believe that this was 1973. And so there was a time, you know what a crap table is. If you've ever been to Vegas, what's called the dice table, playing a dice game, a war game. The gambling casinos, the hub server, the Deadlight hub server, playing games, which are number games, which is the dice game. So you have two dice, like two magnets. When two magnets become one, experience being one, as a whirlpool, a healing whirlpool, the first battery of Earth Sala, healing us all equally, which is equal distribution, which is equal access points, experiencing being one. And so I had, in the game of craps in Vegas, I went to a place called Four Queens. And in the game of craps, you have two dice, and they were red with little white dots that represent circles, spheres of light, right? So you know what snake eyes is, right? One and a one dot and another dot. And so they have on the crap table ways in which you can bet for or against the numbers. So they have what's called a come out roll. And so in other words, when the dice have been passed to me, because there's been a crap out, oh, you crapped out, you lost, like throwing a 7. So now you have the key combinations, the key code combinations, right? How many ways can you add numbers and subtract numbers in order to reach 7? Oh, you lose. No, I won. Checkmate. And so you have what? A 6 and a 1, a 4 and a 3, a 5 and a 2. Those are called combos, like a combination lock, right? Running the numbers, the direction of the numbers on vertical and horizontal stabilizers as to the spin rotation of equal access points to experience 0. I've never left home. The precise center point, which is divine right mathematical order, which is divine right timing. The speed in which we complete a magnetic moment, experiencing the moment, experiencing what love is. And so I put $20 down. So this is not a coincidence why it was 20 versus 11 or 6 or 47 or pick any number that you want. And it's called the pass line, which means the dice were handed to me. Okay, Robert, it's your turn to throw the dice. So on the table, they have the visual mathematical display on the crap table of how you can play the numbers game. And so the come out roll, which is called the first roll of the dice, and that's going to establish what's called a marker, a number marker. And so, for example, if you threw a 9, they would put a disc, like a disc face, like a sun disc face, on that number, so that everybody that is playing that game or watching that game sees that, whoa, you threw a 9. What are the odds? Oh, now we're into even and odd. Minus I to plus I. The spin rotation of the particle. The spin rotation of the state of consciousness that is now playing a numbers game with a finite deadlight magnet. And so you can bet on what are called hard numbers. Presumably that they're harder to come up as twins. Oh, twins. Like a 4 and a 4, a 3 and a 3, a 2 and a 2, a 5 and a 5, a 6 and a 6. So it happens to be at the 4 queens. I pulled out a $20 beef spelled, right? Hush money. I pulled a 20 out. I think those are called Jacksons, right? Andrew Jackson. Remember him? I pulled out a 20. Since it's now my turn. Oh, the turnstile, the mathematical turnstile of the aurora spheres. It's my turn to throw the dice. So I laid a $20 bill, a 2, down on the table, okay, to place it on boxcars. Oh, the box. Thinking outside the box. Be the inner box. The inner spiral. The first spiral. The crystal river. The crystal rainbow aurora rivers. So I placed a $20 bill on boxcars, which is a 6 and a 6. Wow, that's 12. Yep. So 2 magnets become 1. So my magnet, which is 1, placed, 2 becomes 1, 1 becomes all. I put the $20 bill on what's called the pass line on boxcars, which means, whoa, 1 throw of the dice. That's it. 1 throw. What are the odds that 6 and 6, which is 12, is going to come up boxcars with a $20 bill? Guess what happened? I threw the dice out on the table at the 4 queens crap table. Bang! 12! Pay the man. He hit boxcars. Guess what the odds are that they pay him on that? 35 to 1. Oh, like 8 and 1. Now we're back to 9. Yeah, because 9 cycles faster than a 6. See, they flip it upside down and invert it. Bending light. So I got paid. They paid me, right, in electrons. Torque converted. So you see how that works, how the numbers work, right? Our numbers don't lie, which is perfect spiritual structural integrity that don't break down. No circuit breakers. Divine right, mathematical firing order, timing. The timing is perfect. There are no coincidences. Like in co-creation, co-prosperity, as in co-proportional values. The elemental ion circuitry experiencing 0 equal undo all the others. 0 out the mass to experience no mass. Ah, yeah. Have a beautiful day. We love you all.